Rachel Zegler crumbles with her divisive behavior once again, and there's also a major backlash against Disney over the latest dastardly deed that they're doing with Rachel Zegler, star Snow White movie on X. And this is what I really want to know. How exactly does Rachel Zegler keep getting hired? I mean, especially by Disney after this absolute PR nightmare. I mean, it's bad. Rachel Zegler keeps saying things that I guarantee that Disney wishes she wouldn't. Now, let's be real here. She's divided the audience and she's unlikable, unwatchable to a lot of people, and she just keeps making things worse with her mouth. Now, Rachel Zegler is literally cropping people out of photos of Snow White and everything, including Gal Gadot, the evil who plays the evil queen, just chopping them out of the frame like they don't exist. But not official photos, mind you, but just the edits that Rachel Zegler edited herself. Now, let's be real. That tells you a lot about the person, the kind of person that we're dealing with here. And on top of that, Rachel Zegler has made, already made it clear that she doesn't like Trump supporters. You see, she's posting about free Palestine and stuff, as you all saw on social media before. And Rachel Zegler is just simply alienating audiences left and right. Now, even the fans that she does have seem to hate Gal Gadot, and it's an absolute mess. I did report on that last year as well. Now, we've all been expecting Disney to go into damage control mode, and sure enough, here we are. I mean, but before I continue, I want to thank you all for your support and your understanding. My family and I are doing, a lot better, still getting things cleaned up and done after we felt the effects of a nearby fire where we live. Now, I'm back to bringing you all the news and updates. Now, let's go ahead and get right back into it. Now, at the Hollywood Handle on X, along with a bunch of other, entertainment Twitter accounts or X accounts, basically they've been playing around with the numbers. That's no surprise there. On February 7th, they reported, that Snow White was tracking to earn like between 63 to 70 million dollars on its opening weekend. That sounds bad already, right? Well, just a few days later, suddenly they're saying that it's only going to make $53 million dollars. And here's where it gets even worse. Disney apparently simply just basically lowered the budget, as they would call it and stuff. But I mean, definitely indeed. But originally, the movie was said to have a $250 million budget, but now they're suddenly claiming it's only $200 million. Why? So it doesn't look like it's a big of a disaster when it flops. You see, they're literally playing with the numbers just to save face. And let's be real, if they're already slashing productions before the movie even comes out, I mean, what do you think is going to happen when the audience is actually rejected? Okay. And look, it's not just, the Hollywood handle where, basically a bunch of other entertainment accounts are all reporting the same thing. You see, they're reporting lowered projections, soft expectations, and a general sense of please don't look at how bad this is going to be. Now, people don't want to see this film. Nobody is actually excited about it. It's actually dropping lower and lower, and we're still weeks away from release. Now, it's not only because of Disney, but also, well, mainly because of Rachel Zegler. Now, here's another interesting bit. Have you noticed a lot of Snow White related posts on social media or hiding replies like this one right here? I mean, if you see for yourself, scroll down and stuff, and you'll see a little box that says hidden replies in the lower right hand corner. Click it, and what do you find? People posting pictures of the original Snow White and criticizing this movie. Disney doesn't even want you to remember that the original story exists. Why? Because it makes their terrible live action version starring Rachel Zegler look even worse by comparison, okay? And basically, these are people who are just telling the truth and criticizing the movie. And here's what's really funny. Rachel Zegler, as you all may know, recently came out saying that, people who are upset about this movie are just simply passionate about the original. So now we're passionate. Now Rachel Zegler sees us as passionate. Mess me with that mess. A few months ago, we were just, and as she called us angry trolls. It's a total damage control, but it's too late. The audience already saw through it. And as you all may know as well, Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot were on stage together at the Oscars, but Gadot and Rachel Zegler, didn't even look at each other. Okay. Now, a lot of people saw that the tension was thick, and a lot of people called this months ago, along with a lot of other people, and I reported on this as well. And we see that these two weren't going to do press tour together. And guess what? Well, Rachel Zegler did just one press in Tokyo alone, and Disney isn't even doing a London premiere for this Rachel Zegler movie. That's how bad it is and stuff. They basically keep the press events tightly controlled, likely pre-screening questions so that way Rachel Zegler doesn't say something dumb again. Kind of remind me of when Kamala Harris was running for president. And I'll tell you, this Gal Gadot is probably going her own separate thing away from Rachel Zegler, and they are not appearing together as you all see here. And that says everything, okay? So what exactly is just going to happen? I mean, if you look at it, I think this Rachel Zegler movie is going to flop hard, okay? And not only that, you see, you also have here what's posted on X that's been making the rounds and stuff lately. If you see here highlighted, it says there's going to be a handful of tightly controlled press events. Why? Because as you all see here, when the insider told the Mail that Disney's already anticipating an anti-woke backlash against Snow White and have reduced the media schedule to just a handful of tightly controlled press events. That is why they have taken the highly unusual step to not host a London premiere for the film and are minimizing the amount of press questions that Rachel Zegler gets. Why? Well, it's simple, because Rachel Zegler will say any dumb thing out her mouth, and basically her entitled self will make the company look bad even further. Now, the projections keep dropping. The marketing is a disaster, as you all know, and the lead actress Rachel Zegler is actively making people dislike her. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there's an overseas audience that will actually bail them out. But let's be real, I wouldn't even count on it, okay? So yeah, let me know what you all think in the comments below. Is this thing actually going to crash and burn, or will Disney pull some magic numbers out of nowhere and to make it look like a huge success? I mean, either way, I'll be watching all this unfold, and I'll be here to tell y'all exactly what's happening, okay? So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.